Alright YouTube, here we are again. Here's a closer look at the motor we pulled out. And here in part 3 we're going to get into how to remove this stator cable. Alright, so I came down here and this is the ECM, electronic control module. Polaris might call it something, but that's kind of what I'm used to calling it. And basically I took all the bolts off the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the top, plus these two, that's 8. Again, this is the stator wire coming from up in here, and the reason we're removing this is to be able to take the whole motor and you know, take it to a workbench and start tearing it down or checking it out or whatever we're going to end up doing with it. So again, we just kind of opened it, and I guess one of the main things I want to point out is as you can see, you know, we've come up with all sorts of problems along the way. Well, here's one big positive, and that is that the inside of this ECM is, you know, spotless. It's beautiful, it's clean. I've seen some before on bikes that have been swamped or wet and, you know, sat up for a while. You open one of these up and man, it's a mess in there. So this being the brain of the whole thing, it's probably, you know, just as critical or more so that it's in good working condition as the engine. Otherwise, you know, you're gonna have all sorts of crazy problems. So the wires, as you can see, come in here, and then they go off to all these other little points over here. And like I mentioned earlier in part 2, that, you know, they're on here with terminals. So you know, all you do is you pull them off, and don't go with just pulling off all the wires. Pull off the ones that you need. Of course, you can pull them all off if you want to, but you know, I would suggest just do what you have to do. See, they're labeled, but you got to check what you're messing with, because, you know, this one here says purple and that's red. I'm not colorblind, y'all, so that's red. So, you know, before you go pulling them off, make sure that whatever it says on there matches up. And if not, you know, write your little note next to it. You know, I might write a little R right there knowing that this is red, and then go through all the others. Let's see what this one here says. Brown with white. Well, here, this one says blue, and it's blue. But I guess one positive thing about this is that, you know, it's color to color match right here, and the same over here. So red to one side of the fuse, which they're calling, well, maybe they're calling it red with purple. So maybe there's a purple stripe on there. There it is. It's a little purple stripe and it's red. So that's good. We'll go ahead and pull that one off, right? Because this is one of the ones that goes, I believe, to our wire assembly coming in. In fact, I don't see it. Here they are, right here. It comes in right here. Here's the first wire that needs to come off. It's this yellow one. It matches up to that yellow one, so that's one. Here's a brown one. Just go pulling them all off, and you know, once you get them off, pull the cable out, and then you're ready to come on out. One of the things that I had a real problem with last time was this O-ring seal. For whatever reason, it expands, and man, it's tough to get it closed back up and sealed. But obviously I did a good job because it's dry in there. So whenever you go to put this thing back together, do not leave that seal out, and make sure it's not kinked. Make sure you don't have any wires kinked. You know, and we'll go through all that when the time comes. We'll put it all back together. I'm just kind of giving you a brief little synopsis on it. See what other wire comes out through here. This black one. Yeah, I think I'm in a tight spot here and kind of uncomfortable, and got this camera in my hand. It's making it kind of hard to to do what I need to do. I'll stick with it as long as I can with trying to videotape it for y'all, but I might just get to the point where I pull off and do something different and then come back. This one comes off too. Let's see. And this black one, and then we should be good to go. Can't really tell where that black one goes. There it is, and it's sideways. Or no, it's actually on that bolt. So we'll loosen up that bolt, and then all the wiring should be free to come out. In fact, let's try it and see if we can get it out. This little bulk feed-through rubber deal comes out, and all your wires come through with it. So let me go ahead and stop this thing now. I think you get the gist of what I'm trying to tell you. I don't want to go tearing up any wires just for the sake of trying to get it videotaped, but in the end, and I'll show you here as soon as I'm done, I will have this whole wire assembly out to the point that, trace back to here to the point where the motor is completely isolated from the bike, and I'm ready to roll, go do my thing. So alright, I'll be back in just. Alright YouTube, so we got it. Actually got these two pieces split in two. Got the last of the cables pulled through. Some of the things that I need to point out to you real quick is you do have some of these connectors here that you'll have to unplug, and the nice thing is everything's color coded, and the black wire, well, one of them comes over here and the other one comes over here, and then that's it. That's the whole game, and here the whole thing comes out, and then you're ready to roll. Seems like this brown wire, I'm sorry, somehow needs to come out, if I remember correctly, because it's not actually part of the stator system. And then we're ready to roll. So that's what it takes to get it out. And here's your wiring. Some of these are splice connectors, some of them are spade connectors, some of them are bolt through connectors. You just go through, make sure that either make a video like we're doing right now, or take some pictures, make some notes, whatever it takes. Don't just go wildly pulling on these things because it feels good, and then when the time comes to put it all back together, you're not sure where it goes, and you start burning things up and causing yourself more problems than it's worth. That's not where you want to be at the end of the game, because when you get to wiring all this stuff back up, you're real close to being done, real close to being real done. So okay, now I'm just gonna fish this stator wire through. I'm gonna grab my motor and take it to the next place, and I think I have a little area in my milk house. I'm not milking any cows right now. I'll build me a little bench in there, put an air conditioner in there that I've got laying around in the window, and have me a nice comfortable little place to work. And hey, I've never really noticed all this writing on here. Let's see what that says. 744 cc, and there's motor number. Huh, well, see something new every day. So alright YouTube, that's all we got for now. I hope you enjoyed this little video, and there's more to come. We'll just keep putting them out there as we get through this little project together. And if you have any questions, let me know. Leave some comments, share it with your friends, get your jet ski going, have some fun. Summer's about halfway done, as much as we don't want to hear that. And I plan on being out on the water here soon. Alright, have a good day. Willie La Calle. Right on. Wet Willie, Wet Willie. Wet Willie wants to get on the water. Alright, YouTube, mission accomplished. We got the stator wires off of the ECM box, and we got us a jet ski motor in the wheelbarrow. What more could a farm boy ask for? So, like I said, next video, we'll have it propped up on a bench somewhere and opened or semi-opened, or to the point where we can inspect and make a educated decision on which way we're going with this thing and what's next. So just want to show y'all, got the ECM wire completely out. Had our first big oops, which isn't a big oops, but it's going to be a costly one. This is the temperature sensor that was up on the water rail. I was trying to take it off and the thing fell apart and broke, so that's how these things go. Now we're gonna have to hunt one of those down, and it shouldn't stop us from starting it when we get to that point. We don't have it here by then, but it definitely needs to be on there. That'll keep us from burning this thing up. Let us know when it's getting hot. So alright, that's all I got. Thanks again for watching. Wet Willie, Wet Willie. Wet Willie's gonna get on.